Hello everyone, it is me, Shaggy Made here with a video on why I think Lifeweaver is one of the worst heroes ever released in Overwatch. So let's start off with a simple damage comparison here. I'm going to go ahead and face up against this Roadhog. And we'll compare the damage to, let's say, we'll do Mercy. And we'll just do some simple comparisons from that. So it takes all 60 rounds, all headshots to eliminate that Roadhog. Now, of course, round count doesn't really matter coming into this game. But let's compare it to a character like Mercy. As you can see, Mercy just melts Roadhog. Meanwhile, Lifeweaver being directly up against him really can't do much. One ability I really want to talk about that is kind of useless with this guy is this flower. The only thing I could see about this flower being useful is mobility. See, let's say I want to get up here. Can't reach it with normal means by jumping, so I use the flower, and you can walk onto it. So that's kind of the only use I could see with this flower, is getting to higher places, or maybe keeping your allies alive by putting them up on a higher place. But that's really all I can see for this. Another thing I want to talk about is Lifeweaver's healing. His healing is pretty abysmally slow, but when you finally get those heals out, it's pretty good. But when you're charging up those heals to send out, it's a very small amount unless you do the full 65. But if your friend or teammate is on really low health and you're playing Lifeweaver and you give him a full dose, he most likely will be dead and yelling at you about how you apparently threw the game. But there is one thing that I think is great about this character, and that is this move.
Safety in numbers.
The pole. The pole is definitely one of the best moves that this character has in its arsenal, and probably what makes it better than others. Because no other character in this game can really pull allies towards you. Except for maybe... I don't know, no, not even. Because Doofus only pushes enemies away, doesn't he? But there is one other major problem. His range with damage.
You'll do better next time.
That was 40 rounds right there that took to put that man's down. Now, let's say your enemy's moving around stuff. Now, I'm not saying I'm a bad player, but let's just say it is pretty difficult to hit an enemy like that. But that's besides the point. I'm sure some ultra pro out there will get that aim down. Now, another good thing about Lifeweaver is most certainly his ultimate.
Life protects life.
The life tree, or whatever this is. I personally think it's probably one of the best healing ults in this game, as everyone in this radius, it's sort of like the OG Orisa ult, how like they get a damage boost. If you guys remember back to Overwatch 1, it's sort of like that. But other than that, it's kind of all Lifeweaver really has to offer. Again, just a little bit of a recap here. This move really doesn't do much. It's kind of just like a Hanzo jump. But for support, I don't really see any use for it. But then there is this move, which most likely is just to retract the butterfly. Yeah. Or, I call it a butterfly, the flower. The flower, I really don't see much use for. Unless they lower the cooldown by a considerable amount, then maybe it'll be more useful. But the pull is what makes this character Lifeweaver. If it wasn't for the pull, this character would most likely be the worst character ever, just in any video game. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say about how I don't think Lifeweaver was really worth the whole new update based around him. Considering Lifeweaver is most certainly a support character I will never try and get good with, because unless they buff his healing ability, then I don't see myself playing Lifeweaver anytime soon. But that's all I wanted to say. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.